Well, I think that when I first came to Orlando, we started working with a developer who was building energy efficient houses for the first-time home buyer. So we started our own real estate company, and we started building these houses and marketing them. They were very high efficiency, and they were, in the low price range, so that they were affordable for first-time home buyers. And when these people came in and took a look at these houses with all the amenities that were available with them, they were thrilled. So that really gave me a thrill to see first-time home buyers who had never even really dreamed of having a house, all of a sudden could afford a house with double pane windows, energy efficient home. So that was probably the best thing, the best accolade I can tell you. Well, the first thing is that I live here, and we moved here from South Florida. My children live here, so it was a family thing. We initially moved downtown, and we didn't know where we wanted to live. But when I saw the growth that was happening in East Orlando with Avalon Park and Eastwood, Stony Brook, I liked it. So I thought that with the university close by, it would be a good place to establish myself as a realtor. And that's why I like this area, basically. I feel at home here. For a buyer, I tell them you have to be patient, you have to work with a good realtor, because there's so much competition out there. You have to work with somebody that knows how to put in an offer. There's very little inventory, so that means prices are on the rise, and you have to work with a professional. As far as with a seller goes, I tell them to, again, work with a good realtor, because what you want to do is, now that the market is rising, you want to be able to take advantage of it and get the best money for your home. You have a big investment, and we've been in a depressed market for a long time. Now it's time for you to reap the reward of your patience. And that's what I would say. I say you got to be patient, you have to work with professionals, and don't just think that you can find something on a website and buy it, because chances are right now it's off the market. Well, what's changed over the past few months is that we have very little inventory, and the houses, good houses, are coming off the market very quickly. In other words, they're getting bought up, and we're tending to get, like back in 2000, 2001, we're getting into bidding wars for prime properties. So you have to be patient, you have to know what you are, you have to really want the house. And if you do want the house, then you have to be prepared to maybe offer a little more or get creative with your offer. Try to put as much down as possible. Make sure your financing is lined up before you even make an offer, and ask for as little from the seller as you feel comfortable with. As far as sellers go, the same stuff goes as has always gone. Keep your house looking fresh. Make sure your front door looks good. Make sure the curb appeal is good, because now you can get top dollar for your house. But if it doesn't look right, if it looks like it's a little scruffy, you're not going to get top dollar for it. So that's basically the advice I could give you. The current market has affected the way I do business simply by it takes a lot more effort to work with buyers, even some sellers, because there are a lot of short sales in this business, and I get a lot of listings that are short sales. And I try to teach my clients, because it makes the whole process easier. It's a very frustrating process, but if you work closely with them and you educate them, then they learn to be patient, because they have to be patient. They have to be patient in submitting offers. They have to be patient in hearing from the banks if they're trying to sell a short sale. They have to be patient with the lenders who are providing mortgages for their buyers. So basically it's working closely, more closely now with my clients, keeping them informed every step of the way, maintaining a communication with them on a weekly basis so that they never feel left out in the dark. That's basically it. I mean, that's it. Well, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it since 1976, when I was building homes in South Florida. So I know the construction industry as well as the real estate industry. So when I go into a home and I'm showing a house to a client and there are issues with it, I can tell them what the issues are. I'm not a home inspector, but I have enough knowledge so that I can look at a house and know if it has issues, if it has something that we need to investigate further. Basically, I know construction, and having built homes, it gives me an advantage as a realtor. Taking my grandson fishing, swimming with the grandkids, going to the beach, traveling with my wife. We like to travel. We go all over the United States. Last year we were in California, New Orleans, Boston. So we do travel, probably not as much as I'd like to. That's basically what I like to do. We travel and spend time with the family. Best part of my job just happened recently at a closing that we had. It was a young couple. He's a teacher and she's not employed because they have a disabled daughter. Well, what happened was we went to the closing and they were so excited. It was basically their dream home. We had seen the house and there were a lot of other business cards on the counter. So I knew there were going to be a lot of offers on this house. I was not sure that we were going to get this house. So with the offer, I sent in a letter explaining who these people were. We ended up getting the house, and at closing, I gave them a small gift, and what it was a very simple basket with 3 items in it, and a couple of other things, but the main items was a bottle of wine representing that your home shall have joy and happiness forever. There was a box of salt. Salt is provided so that your lives will always have flavor, and bread, a loaf of bread, so that your home will never know hunger. And it brought them to tears. It brought us all to tears. And it was just a very fulfilling thing. And that's why I love this job. And that's why I continue to do it. Because every once in a while, a moment like that happens.